Hey everyone, welcome back to another Minecraft video. I know that it's been an extremely long time since I've done anything with Minecraft, and here we go. Now in today's episode, we're playing on a brand new SMP, and you're probably thinking, whoa, time out, hold the phone. Why do you already have netherite armor? Well, that's because I figured that you guys probably didn't want to see me necessarily grinding the first couple of days. And I'm actually on an SMP that isn't mine. I was actually invited into Sanctuary SMP. We got a few people on. Let's go ahead and show that off just real quick. Just a few people that are currently on, and it does fluctuate from, pretty much 4 people up to 30 people at any given time, which is pretty amazing. And that's actually what I was looking for in the first place, and there are quite a few people on here that do record as well, so I'm pretty excited about that. So anyway, the first few days in this SMP has been going on for about 6 or 7 months already, so a lot of people are pretty far. And there's a lot of community things as far as getting like armor and things like that, so I was able to be like, all right, that's kind of cool. And I was able to progress really quickly. That's why I'm actually only spending a couple days inside of the SMP, and I already have netherite gear because, well, I just ultimately had to grind to get the netherite, ultimately, the ancient debris, and convert it. So that's what I spent a little bit of my time doing. Unfortunately, I didn't record any of it. I didn't figure that we really needed to, but anyway, that's what we're going to kind of skip for today. So what I want to be able to do is kind of get into my first build, and my first build is actually going to be a mob spawner or a mob farm, because I need bones, I need gunpowder, I need string, I need lots of that good stuff that, a lot of people already have. Yes, I could go out and buy it, but I don't have unlimited diamonds either. I've only mined for, I don't want to say a day, but a few hours, and I also have, tree farmed a little bit. So I got a lot of plants. We got a lot of things that we're going to go over and build, and plus I want to build in, or an actual, like, build, something that don't really ever do on any of my SMPs, but gotta make it look pretty for everybody else. So ultimately what we're gonna do is get started. So right behind me is where we want to be able to go. So if we actually just kind of head on over here, this is where I want to put the grinder, at least the start of it, and then I'm going to build it into the mountain itself. And then obviously we'll have to clear out some of that for the water, and then we're going to dig it down. I don't even know what level this actually is all the way down here. Level 63. So we definitely have to go do some digging. So I figured that doing a replay on it is going to be quite good. So ultimately, let's go ahead and get started right now, guys. Let's do this. Now, what I did with this specific mob farm was dig all the way down to bedrock. Now, you don't necessarily need to put your mob farm at bedrock if you don't really want to. If you guys are playing on an SMP, I might recommend it because the rates for all your mobs will actually be increased. However, if you're playing on a solo survival world, doing this on like the water level or just above water level on the ocean will actually work just fine. And that will prevent you guys from, one, having to dig so much. Number two, you don't have to worry about really lighting up any caves because the bottom of your farm will be right at the water level. And for the most part, if you're building on water, there's no other land mass really around you and or caves. So that makes it really easy and convenient. But if you're playing on SMP, you might want to go ahead and dig down to bedrock, or if you just really want to hide your mob farm in general. So, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. I didn't want it to be kind of a sore eye subject by any means. I wanted it to be kind of hidden, kind of blend in with the formation around it. Now, at that point, what I did from bedrock level is I towered up another 30 blocks. So that 30 blocks is going to give enough fall damage to a majority of the mobs that are going to be spawning inside of this mob farm, even if they do have armor. Now, the only reason that they probably wouldn't die at the bottom level is if they have armor, is if their armor durability and quality is better. However, they should despawn after a little bit of time, because the further that mobs are away from you when you're AFKing, the higher chance of them actually going ahead and despawning. So that's the reason that I actually did that. So at this point in time, what you want to be able to do is create that platform wherever your center is actually going to be. You're going to go out 7. Now, that reason that we're going out 7 blocks is because we're going to be putting dispensers and observers here in the farm. And every time that those buckets are released with that water, it's going to go out that block that you placed at the very beginning, but then it's going to go out and flow 7 blocks and push all the mobs out to the edge, and then they'll fall from there. So that's what we're going to go ahead and work on right now. We got everything dug out, and we actually have 12 levels. Now, I forgot to mention that with what we're doing there at the bottom and the bases down below, there is 12 levels. I do recommend that you guys at least do 9, and then kind of go from there. So ultimately, what we need to do from here is do a little bit of the redstone work, which that's what we're going to work on together right now. Ultimately, all you have to do, and I keep saying that all the time, is discount out 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 from the center, and then we're going to basically be replacing all of these going forward. So we're going to grab our observers, and we're also going to grab our dispensers. So this is going to be an observer, and that's going to face down, and then that's going to go right there for dispenser. And then now what we need to do is we need to drop down to the next level and then just kind of go from there. So what we want to do is put in a water bucket inside of that dispenser. And then we're going to go ahead and drop down into this area right here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and replace that one. And then we're going to go ahead and put an observer. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's, I see a little bit of a problem that we need to actually go ahead and take care of real quick. Let's go ahead and grab that and get rid of that. Perfect. Now what we want to do here is get rid of that there. And then we're going to go an observer. Get rid of that one. And we're going to put it in our water bucket again. And then right here is going to be a dispenser. And then that one, we can actually go ahead and put a water bucket there. And we're just going to go down to this next one, and we're going to replace that there. And then a observer. We're going to get rid of this one, and then put another dispenser there, and then fill that in with a water bucket. And then we just need to keep dropping down and making sure that we replace our roof with everything as we kind of drop down. And then we just basically repeat this entire pattern as we go all the way down there, and water bucket. Nice. Now we have all of the different levels all fixed, and I'm just going to leave the torches up because as soon as we actually set this thing off, then everything will actually work just fine. So it'll be absolutely fantastic. All right, so let's go ahead and fly back up because we're going to have to go ahead and get our hoppers. Let's do it right there. This should be plenty. And we can kind of fix it from there. Now, I should only have to come in like 3 like this, kind of do this pattern all the way around. And then we'll do this on this side, and then I'm definitely gonna have to make some more hoppers. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so we were able to get all of the iron hoppers, or just the hoppers down there. You can see them at the bottom of the screen. Everything should be lined up nice and perfect, so when everything does fall, it will fall straight down and land on the hopper, basically die, and then it'll actually get transported behind me and going this way, and then that way we can actually send the items wherever we want. So, I mean, the house that I'm going to be eventually building is going to be over there, I believe. So we might just send everything just directly over there, or otherwise I actually might just send everything to like a storage system here. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I do need to make some kind of storage system because I feel like that's going to be absolutely necessary in order for this build to actually be functional and work. But now, for the most part, all we actually have to do is close this up and then just basically dig down there and create our, and go ahead and create our hopper clock, which should be relatively easy. I haven't created any pistons as of yet. All right, so we actually got everything hooked up and ready to go. So let's actually just go ahead and throw some items in there. So let's just do, actually let's grab a full 2 stacks. I think that will be probably fine to go ahead and do 2 stacks. I think that's what we're just going to throw in there. And we'll just kind of go from there. If it's too long, then that's fine. Oh, absolutely fantastic. I mean, there's quite a few people on, so it's not going to be the greatest. So what I want to do is I'm going to create the system that goes down here. And what we can need to do is just go ahead and put a block here. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and put it into a dropper, which I don't think I've crafted a dropper yet. Then we'll just make a contraption right here. Let's go ahead and do comparator out of there. I will need a bucket of water. Let's see, sticky piston right there. And then an observer. Nice. And then we'll just send that to basically straight up from here. So now we just need to go ahead and dig up. All right, so I got everything built down below, and I've even got my AFK platform, which this is 125 blocks from the very bottom of where the hoppers are at that we got done placing at the very, very bottom of the entire build. And I want to go check and see what have we actually got in, like, this is like 5 minutes I think I've been sitting here. So I'm pretty excited to see what we've actually gotten. Now, some of this I was able to get earlier and whatnot, but this is what we have for the chest right here. And it's not producing a ton. And I guess that is okay. It's only been a few minutes, so I guess I can't say, you know, hey, this thing isn't producing at all. But we got at least a little bit of some gunpowder. I probably don't need this many chests, to be 100% honest with you guys. I probably only need like 3, maybe 4 rows of them. And we'll just kind of go from there. Obviously, it's not sorting it by any means. It's just a kind of a temporary solution. But everything is actually happening down below. So we could actually take a look at it down there. And we could actually just see if we actually see anything actually starting to go down there. Unfortunately, these first couple like levels won't even produce anything. And I'm not going to be able to see the backside of the entire build, which is a little unfortunate. So I can't really tell if it's... And there's a lot of people on. I mean, let's be realistic. There's 10 people on since I started building this, which makes it pretty amazing. But I think that's where we're going to go ahead and leave this episode. We got a lot done. We got a lot done. We built a nice big old mob farm, a little bit of a tutorial, you guys. And if you guys have any questions about this specific build, by all means, leave a comment down below, and I'd love to be able to help you guys out in all of your Minecraft worlds. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it. And you guys, stay gaming.